Howdy, y'all. My name is Regina Rosell. I'm a division leader with Park Lane. I live with my family and all of our pets in the Woodlands, Texas. It's a suburb of Houston. A little bit about us, or about me. We love sports. We love all Houston pro sports teams. We are a house divided. I went to Texas A&M. He went to LSU. So Thanksgivings can get a little contentious in our home. My stepdaughter lives with us full time. She actually just graduated high school and is going halfway across the country for college. And I know this might be a little scary for some families, but for us, because we travel a lot and that's just something that we've always done. For her, moving across the country is super exciting, and we'll miss her, but it's a fun, super fun adventure. Travel is actually one of my most favorite things about my experience as a stylist, but I'll talk more about that in just a second. So career-wise, for me, the first half of my career, my career time, I was an elementary school teacher. I mostly taught first grade. And then the second half of my career life, I've been a realtor, primarily focused on the luxury market. But all sprinkled in there, I have done some network marketing / direct sales, just because I love the concept of residual income. But I will tell you this, I've never had success with any of the other companies that I've been affiliated with as I have with Park Lane. And here is a little bit of what I've experienced in the past. So back in, I want to say it was like 2003, I did skincare. When I signed up under one of my besties, and she and I traipsed all across the state of Texas. We would do in-home parties, we would do vendor events, and it was so much fun. We did all of it together. But here's the thing, it was fun, but not practical. Texas is a big state, right? And it was before the day of social media. And then we kind of phased out of that. I phased out of that. And then 10 years goes by. Okay. So that was like 2003, 2004 timeframe. 10 years go by, life happens. I got married, I got divorced. I moved down to Houston from College Station. I started my real estate business. That took off. I was building that. I met my Ian, moved to Baton Rouge, became a stepmom, started my real estate business there. That took off. And then in 2016, my mom got, or 2015 rather, my mom got really, really sick. She was given 6 months to live. And in January of 2016, she passed away. She was my most favorite person. And so sometimes it's hard talking about that. But my real estate business was booming, year after year after year. Over in Baton Rouge. And keep in mind, I only moved there in 2012, knowing one person. So it was impressive that I had built it up to that point, but I was making six figures each year in commissions. And in 2016, with the passing of my mom, and then that summer we had, some of y'all may have heard of this, the Great Flood of Baton Rouge wiped out. I think I had, 10 listings at the time, wiped out 6 of those listings from the flood. Investors were coming in. It was just, it was a previously hot market, became even hotter. Anyway, that fall, because everything was just coming to a climax for me, I had a panic attack. It was so bad. I had a panic attack one time before, and it was when I moved from North Carolina to go to school at Texas A&M, and being that far away from my family. But this was nothing compared to what I experienced in 2016. I actually thought I was having a heart attack at the age of 40. And so it was debilitating for weeks. And during that time, I really took inventory of my life and was reprioritizing some things. Was real estate fulfilling? Yes, it was, but it was not the end all be all that I had built it up to be. I was very proud of my business, but would my clients come to my funeral? Was that at the top of their list? I mean, just things like that. And so I made the conscientious effort to slow down my business intentionally, which is a hard thing to do. It's hard to also let go of that income that I had grown used to, right? So if you can, an analogy that I can give you would be like, you're going down the interstate at 80, 90 miles per hour, and you exit. You're driving safe, of course, but you exit, and the road that you exit onto is a 35 mile per hour road. Well, the way that I have always approached work, I mean, I've been working since I was 13, just, fun jobs before college. But the way that I have always approached work is, I give it my all. And going from 90 miles an hour to 35 miles an hour was a very hard transition. I'm good with 50 miles an hour, but I had slowed it down so much. I cut out about 75% of my real estate business, between 50 and 75%. So I needed something to do. So I fell back into, or I was looking for network marketing companies or direct sales companies. I began to do this research, and kind of with where I was physically and where my health was, and wanting to focus on just being better, focusing on wellness. I fell into a pampering company, and it was fun. So you're going to hear me say this word over and over again. It was a fun company. That is what was important to me. It still is important to me. And with that company, I had pretty good personal sales. I never really built a team. I had a few team members, but my personal sales were good enough to get me to that 50 mile per hour zone where I mentioned that I wanted to be. But then the company fell into financial troubles, went out of business. So still in that whole wellness mindset, I began to look for a health and wellness company, right? There is a company that I became affiliated with that I actually still use their products to this day. But I'll tell you this, it's one thing to really like a company's products and feel the effects that they bring. But then it's another thing to be an ambassador or a representative. And y'all, I'm just going to tell you, I like my margaritas. I like my Mexican food. I like my Italian food. I'm not a very good ambassador for health and wellness companies. So as far as attracting sales or building a team, yeah, I'm not a good ambassador. So use their products. I'm a great customer, but that didn't work out. Okay. And that's totally on me. After health and wellness, I went into those nail stickers, for your fingernails, had a lot of fun with that. Again, fun. Y'all, look, so we are actually in our transition time from our spring, summer catalog to our fall, winter catalog. So I don't have anything on my nails. But one of the things that I do to pamper myself is this is true today, I go and get my nails done. But because I have these crazy short, very bendy nails, they've been that way my whole life. I have to get my nails done like 10 days is the max that I can go. And then I have to go get my nails done all over again. So right now we're in between catalogs, we're in between collections. And so my nails are naked and nude. But going back to the nail stickers, they didn't look cute on my short fingernails, right? I would have to get my nails done, add some tips, and then put the nail stickers on. So it's just, again, not a smart business decision, but it was, lessons learned, right? Then after that, I got into makeup. So from 2016 to 2019, like I said, I did health and wellness, nail stickers, and then makeup. And what I learned from makeup was and this tied into one of my things with Park Lane that I did not want to do. But I learned that doing, a whole face or I guess just anything that's forward facing, public facing on social media, it's not my shtick. I'm better in closed private groups because I don't know, creepsters come out of the woodwork, people from around the world, and you're just like, ugh, and you're having to deal with that and then focus on putting on your face, right? So that was not for me. The ladies who can do that, more power to them. Anyway, so all those things, you can have reasons or excuses, and I had both for these. So when we moved back to Houston from Baton Rouge, this was at the end of 2019, right before the pandemic. I can tell you, I was not looking for anything. I was focused on how to bridge my real estate business, but keep it at that low performing level, but still bring in some income, how to bridge that back over here to Houston. And so, during 2020, I really just enjoyed being a shopper in my friend Christy's VIP group. I enjoyed showing up on the Zooms with my pretty earrings and my fun necklaces, that kind of thing. And I'll tell you this, I reluctantly agreed to host a party around Thanksgiving time. And the only reason why I did it was because it was the holiday time, right? And I knew that my friends would be shopping for their holiday gifts. I needed some Christmas presents too. I would use my host rewards on Christmas presents and then get a little something, something special for myself. So that's why I hosted a party. Now, little did I know that hosting that party would be the start of my next venture back into direct sales, but with Park Lane. And it took off from there. So that party was such a success. My friend Christy, she made it a lot of fun. Again, fun, super important, but she made it fun for me as a hostess, and she made it fun for my friends to shop. So when I asked Christy, we're wrapping up my party, and I asked her, what made my party so much more successful than parties that I'd had in the past when we were doing in-person parties. I would have them in my home, or even just the handful of parties that I had that year, on Facebook or whatever, on social media. And keep in mind, y'all, so my party, my Thanksgiving party, I think I had like $700 in hostess credits, right around $700. And so it exceeded my goals. But anyway, but my point is that Christy made it fun. But in answer to my question, what made this party so much more successful? She answered, she said, it's our customer systems, it's our customer programs that Park Lane has for our customers. We have an amazing program. This is our always special, y'all. If you have been a customer with Park Lane, then you know our customer special. It's buy two, get four half off, and those two that you pay full price for, those are your least expensive items. I live here in the greater Houston area, and we have the Galleria. The Galleria is it's a fancy mall. I'm a bougie girl and I like going to the Galleria, but I mostly can't buy things from there. The Galleria has stores like Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth Avenue, Nordstrom's, Louis Vuitton, Tiffany, Cartier, Gucci, David Yurman. Okay, you get the idea, right? So with our customer special, the buy two, get four half off, it would be like going into Neiman Marcus, if Neiman Marcus had this customer special, and you would head straight to the hosiery department. You would buy two pairs of socks, because those are probably the least expensive things in Neiman Marcus. But then that would unlock, you can get a pair of Louboutin shoes half off. You can get an Oscar de la Renta dress half off. You can get a Chanel purse half off, and you can get some Bottega Veneta perfume half off, right? All because you bought two pairs of socks at Neiman Marcus. Now, Neiman Marcus does not have this special. Those designer pieces that I named are never on sale. But with Park Lane, that's our always customer special. And then we have bonuses. So I know when I sent in my six-pack wish list to Christy, that I would definitely be able to add a bonus, sometimes two bonuses. And this goes on still today. When my customers send me their wish list, they send me their six-pack, and then I let them know what bonuses they qualify for, and then go back and shop. Anyway, we also have our amazing hostess special, which rewarded me. So at 5 orders, when I had 5 friends shop, I would get $100 in free jewelry credit. Now, I'm not one to turn on my nose at $100 in free jewelry credit. However, when I had 10 orders, and this is true today, I knew that it would quadruple, and I would be able to get $400 in free jewelry credit, because I had 10 friends shop my party, regardless of their order. And that's one of the beautiful things about our hostess program, is it's not contingent on how much our friends spend. So if one of my friends could, do the whole shebang, she could afford the six-pack plus the bonus, yay. If another friend, maybe money was a little tight that month for her, and maybe she could just afford a pair of earrings and a necklace, cool. That also counts as an order. And so that's 2 orders down, right? 8 more to go till I get to my 10. So those things made it fun for me as a hostess, but also made it fun for my friends to shop my party. So I decided to become a stylist. Was I super nervous? Yes, because y'all, I just read to y'all my resume of failed network marketing companies. At the top of my resume is this shining, glowing, proof that I'm an excellent luxury real estate agent. However, underneath that, I have all of these companies that flopped, bombed, And so my fear was, what if I failed my new Park Lane business? And so I'm sharing my nervousness with Christy, and she said the most perfect thing. She said, you know what? So what if you fail? What do you get out of it? One, you get some beautiful jewelry, so you'll look super cute. Two, you'll have probably made some friends along the way from your parties, from your friends' parties, and some other stylists as well. And three, if you do fail, I can go back to being her customer, right? And so really there was nothing lost. There was just so much to gain if I did fail. So I committed to myself to really give it 3 or 4 months. Like I wanted to give it my best shot. That way, if I did fail, at least, when I added Park Lane to my list of companies that didn't work out for me, at least I can say, you know what, I gave it my very best shot. So what that meant was I showed up for the training. I was coachable when my mentors said, okay, you should do this to have the best outcome for your hostesses parties, or you should do this to get more bookings. I listened, I followed directions, and I did the thing. Was it uncomfortable? Yes, lots of things, because it was new. It was uncomfortable. But what I did, though, I guess that the theme is I learned and I applied. I learned and I applied. I kept, and that is just a repeating process. You learn it and you do it. You learn it and you do it. And then you just get into your own system. Oh, and one thing I do want to mention is our Treasure Tribe team. This also helps keep it fun, but I also think that it elevates our parties, that I can recognize now as a stylist. We have these systems in place that make our parties better. Park Lane worldwide, not every stylist is a member of the Treasure Tribe. There are different teams throughout the world, but our amazing Treasure Tribe here in the US, we have a handful of stylists on there who specialize in graphics, and the leaders pay them to create these beautiful graphics for our parties that all stylists who are members of our team can use. So I never had to create graphics. That's a huge point for me, because in marketing, that's my weakness, right? And I didn't have to worry about that. What else? We have systems in place. We have a slew of people that we go to say, hey, you know what? I totally forgot how to close out a party or how to process a return. And 10 ladies will hop in. You post that question in our Treasure Tribe group, and 10 ladies will answer, hey, here's how you do it, or here's how to find it, or here's a YouTube video, 2-minute YouTube video on how to do that process. And so you have a team of collaboration, you have a team of cooperation, and I wasn't used to that either, especially in real estate. Everything is cutthroat. And then even going back to when I was a teacher, like there really wasn't like that sense of collaboration. Maybe there didn't need to be back in the day, but we didn't have that anyway. So I started to see success. Here's how it went for me. So my first month in, and keep in mind, I committed to myself to really give it 3 or 4 months of doing my very best. So my first month, I rank advanced. I went from 30% to 35% in pay. And y'all, we get paid on retail. I know some companies only get paid on wholesale, and so it's a little confusing, but with Park Lane, we get paid on our retail. So yay for that. By month 3, I qualified for the Mercedes car program. By month 4, I earned my first trip, as well as I rank advanced again. So now I'm at 40% commission. And remember, we don't lose our rank. We don't lose our commission. I love that about Park Lane. Y'all, not having to re-rank every single month, so with some companies that I've been with in the past, you go back to square one at the beginning of the month, and you have to rebuild every single month. And yes, it does get easier, but when you're first starting your business, it is overwhelming. And so not having to re-rank was a huge weight lifted off of my shoulders. I could still have fun. I didn't have to stress about having to re-rank. I rank advanced, didn't have to worry about losing my rank, and life was still fun. Park Lane was still fun. Let's see, that was month 4. I rank advanced again. I earned the first trip. By month 5, I earned a second spot for that same trip. So here's what's really, really cool. So, keep in mind, I'm still, obviously we're almost 3 years in it now, and I'm still with Park Lane, still having fun. That's one thing that I said to myself is, as long as this is fun, I'm still here. I'm going to still do it. But by month 5, Y'all, I had never earned trips with any other company. And by month five, I had earned 2 trips to Key West. That was our first trip because we were still in COVID. And that was, we were keeping it inside the United States. It was where we could go to. We could all go to. And then here's what's really cool. I had never earned commission with a comma in it in network marketing. In real estate, that's how it is. But with network marketing, never. And it was so cool to see how it had snowballed. My friends had parties, and then their friends, so friends of friends had parties, and then pretty soon I was in Strangerville. Anyway, some things that kept it fun, just to recap: our customer special, our host rewards, our team, our Treasure Tribe team, our stylist rewards, y'all. Besides the trips, besides the compensation, which we don't lose our rank, we don't lose the amount of money, we don't lose our pay grade. We have the Mercedes car program, which is a bonus. We have, when you get to division level, the rank of division, you get team bonuses. Each month, every stylist, regardless of your rank, can earn $1,150 in free jewelry from Park Lane just for working your business. So if you're producing sales, you can earn, what is it, 200, you can earn like 900. No, I did my math wrong. Anyways, you can earn a lot or I guess you can earn $550 in free jewelry credit. And then if you grow your team, then you can earn $600 in free jewelry credit. So combined, you can earn $1,150 in free jewelry credit. And that way you don't have to use your commission. This is in addition to your commission. What else? The friendships too, y'all. It just because our team is so collaborative. Now I cannot speak for other teams, but our team is so collaborative, so I don't know, so just full of joy. People are so much fun. You can really get in there. If you're showing up to the meetings, you'll see people on the Zoom. And then if you go on travel trips, if you go to the Christmas parties, if you go to special things that Park Lane has, then you'll start to establish those friendships. And I will tell you, some of my new best friends here later in life as a 40-something are because I'm a Park Lane stylist. Was I looking for friends? No. Am I glad that I have these women in my life? Yes. And there are ladies that I go to outside of anything business related. We cheer each other, we cry with each other, we pray for each other. It's awesome. So that was a pleasant surprise for me. So that keeps it fun. We also have if you have direct sales experience, we have a direct appoint program. Now I will tell you, I did not come in on the direct appoint program. Direct appoint program, it's like, in the corporate world, when you switch companies, you're not going to go back to, you're not going to start over at the mailroom, right? You're going to, if you're a vice president, you're going to come in at vice president level, or, whatever the lateral move is, if not something higher. Same thing with Park Lane. So if you have experience building a team, if you have sales experience in network marketing, then you don't have to come in at the ground level. I did not take advantage of that because I didn't really have the success. So, and I appreciate actually having to build from the bottom up to where I am. So I guess if my best friend, I have a couple of best friends now in Park Lane, but if another one of my besties, if she was looking to join Park Lane, here's what I would tell her. Or if I could go back and talk to my Thanksgiving self in 2020, I would say, commit to yourself to learn it for 3 to 4 months and do the things, even if they're uncomfortable. Don't reinvent the wheel. And don't take shortcuts, because ultimately, if you do that, then you're going to be shortchanging yourself. You have to stay consistent. Work your business a little bit each and every day, each and every week. Okay. My business, I will tell you all this. I do not work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I have not done that. So, that's just something that I do. So Monday through Thursday, even since I've started, I give it my very best. But I mean, initially, you're going to always work a little bit more, but after month 5, month 6, you're going to be in your groove, and you can scale back to, just a couple of hours a day. But here's the kicker. If a leader gives you advice on how to continue to grow your business if that's something you want to do, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, do it anyway, okay? Because growth doesn't feel good. Growth stretches you, growth is uncomfortable, but it's how you grow, right? And then it gets easier. Maybe the first time it's uncomfortable, maybe the second time, maybe the third time it'll be uncomfortable. Stick with it. Just do it because it really does. It gets better. It feels better. It feels more comfortable. And then you having gone through that, that just becomes part of your story, right? So circling back, what's the worst thing that could happen if you did fail? You get some beautiful jewelry, you look cute, you make some friends, and then you just go back to being a customer, right? So what's stopping you? Hopefully my story has resonated with some of y'all. Hopefully you can relate to some of it. I would love to hear from you. If one of your stylist friends shared this video with you, get with her and share some of your concerns with her. But go ahead and hop in. I mean, really, what do you have to lose? Y'all take care.